Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you have low income and you're looking for a personal loan because your bank don't want to work with you, I have a few lenders for you. Now, just keep in mind that the interest rate on these loans when you have bad credit is much higher. But the first lender we're going to be talking about is Uprova. Now, Uprova, their loans go from 300 up to 5,000. All right. Now, this is a direct lender, a tribal lender at that. So the interest rates much higher than your traditional banks because they're not regulated by the federal government. So like when you go to the casino, you lose that money. These tribal lenders take that money and they reloan it out to people with bad credit. You can have good credit and get the loan as well, but most of the time they're targeted toward people with bad credit that's hard to get a loan for. Okay. Now, in terms of you can do a pre-approval so that way you don't have to worry about it checking your credit or doing a hard pull on your credit. All right. And then in terms of like your payments and stuff, so it tells you that your timely repayments will show up on your credit history. So it may report on maybe one or two, but I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. All right. One thing I'm gonna definitely tell you, you guys, before you go after these high interest rate loans, if you're working a job, please go to your HR and request this form. This is a W-4 form, and what it will do is stop the federal government from taking taxes out of your check. That way, you can bring home more money. That way, you may not have to take on these high interest rate loans. Okay, so this is an option. All right. So make sure you go to your HR, do it for about 3 to 4 months. It should give you enough cushion. Now, this here usually kicks in when you fill out the form. It usually kicks in maybe about uh, the following pay period or sometimes the pay period after that. But once it starts kicking in, you'll see a big spike in your paycheck. All right. Now, here's another thing I would tell you guys. You may have a Home Depot card or you may have a family with a Home Depot card. If you need just a couple $100 right away to pay a bill or something like that, you can go to Home Depot, okay, with your Home Depot card. You can buy a few toiletries and then buy some gift cards, right? You have to do it at the same time because if you just buy the gift cards without the toiletries, they can flag your account. All right, you don't want to lose the account. But if you buy the toiletries along with the Visa gift cards, then they'll let you purchase it like that and use those Visa gift cards. You can transfer it over to your Cash App or to your Zelle or to your PayPal account, or just use the Visa gift card to pay your bills that way as well. So that's an option for you also. Now, also for you guys that may be a member of US Bank, US Bank, they do have a simple dollar loan, okay? And so with this simple dollar loan, it goes up to 1,000. Now, the thing about it is that with this simple dollar loan, they break it down into increments. And as you can see here, it starts at 100 up to $1,000, all right? And so they give you three payments on it. So again, you can have bad credit, but if you have an account with US Bank, you haven't missed any payments with them, you haven't been in a negative with your account for at least a year, you can qualify for this loan with bad credit with low income also. The next lender we're going to be talking about is Big Buck Loans. Now, Big Buck Loans, it is a platform, okay? And so what Big Buck Loans, they actually will take your information and the tribal lenders that I tell you about, they would reach out to those tribal lenders to see which one of those tribal lenders will give you a chance on a loan. Okay. And so you can see here they go from 100 up to 5,000. All FICO scores are welcome. And usually you should get a response within 15 minutes. Well, actually faster than that for us to response. And then it may take 15 minutes for them to deposit the funds into your account. Okay. But if you're on disability, welfare, and stuff like that, veterans benefits, they will be able to help you get a small dollar loan as well. Also, tell you, look, if you're struggling to pay your rent and utilities, you can also go to the Department of Treasury, U.S. Department of Treasury. And when you go there, you're going to click on this button, find rental assistance, right? And so when you go click on this button, find rental assistance, what you're going to do, this is going to actually help you find places that will pay your rent as well as utility bills. Okay, so they have this extension called 211. All right, so you can contact or dial 211 on your phone and they will help you. Also, there's another resource called Find Help. You can go to findhelp.org and they will be able to find resources to help you pay bills, get food on the table if you needed clothes and stuff, as well as helping you find places that would pay your medical bills and stuff like that. So there's many resources out there. This next tribal lender is Explore Credit. Now, Explore Credit, they offer loans from 250 up to 2,000. Yes, they are a tribal lender. Okay, they are a tribal lender. They're very flexible with working with people. Again, out of transparency, just keep in mind that they don't do a hard pull on the credit. They do use third party credit bureaus, which I'll talk about in a minute, but they are a resource. And some of these I will put down in the description for you to get access to. The next lending lending platform is IndyLand.com. Okay, and as you can see here, IndyLand from 200 up to 5,000 with their platform. And again, where a lot of people worried about the credit, they're not going to do a hard pull on the credit. All right, like I said, usually if you have at least $1,000 uh, after taxes, that's what they work with. So $1,000 monthly after taxes. That's how you'll know you'll get approved. All right. Now, one of the things about it, again, that I'm gonna bring up is about the different credit bureaus that they use. I'll explain those in a minute because it's very important. Now, the next lender is Viva Payday Loans. Now, Viva Payday Loans, as you can see, they offer loans from 100 up to $5,000 as well. Now, you can see what their interest rates. Their interest rates go from 5.99 to 35.99. Okay, and again, this is not a direct lender. This is a platform that utilizes other lenders to borrow money to send out to you. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Now, what I wanted to do was bring you to these credit bureaus. Now, these are not your major credit bureaus. The major credit bureau own these third party financial credit bureaus like Teletrack, which is owned by Equifax. And yes, you can get your financial report that tells what's going on with you financially. Okay, you can get your report. So this is one of the ones these third party lenders use when you have bad credit and they don't do a hard pull on your credit. This is one of those lenders. Also, you have Factor Trust, which is owned by TransUnion. Okay, and yes, you can get your file. You have a right to get your file. So it'll give you your credit report. You can do a fraud alert. You can do a pre screen opt out. You can do a security freeze, and you can dispute items that are on your file as well. Then you also have Clarity. Okay, so Clarity is owned by Experian, as you can see here. And just like I said, you can get your Clarity report, your Clarity credit score, you can do a fraud alert, you can contact them, as well as do an opt out and a security freeze as well. Now, the reason that I wanted to show you guys these is because most of the time people think that these tribal lenders or these high interest rate lenders are denying them because of their credit score. It has nothing to do with the credit score. Most of the time, you get denied because the address that you put on the application does not match the address that's on your credit file, your financial credit file. So that's the reason I always tell people you really should look at what's on your financial credit file to make sure that the addresses and names and all of that stuff is accurate and up to date, because you may move from apartment A to apartment B and then you put apartment B on the application, but they still have data from apartment A. Okay, and because of that, That's why you're getting denied because the addresses are not matching up. Now, one other lender I want to talk about is Opportune. Now, Opportune is a CDFI, Community Development Financial Institute. And as you can see here, their loans go from 300 up to 10,000. Now, the minimum income that you actually need for them, you can have about a $500 income, okay? And they will be able to help you. So what I was doing, I'm trying to find the easier loans, but again, I cannot say this enough. If you're working a job, go to your HR, fill out that form so that you'll be able to get bring home a bigger paycheck. That way you don't have to take out these here high interest rate loans. So I hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.